Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Jumplight Odyssey Strategy and Tactics Quick Tip. So Jumplight Odyssey just arrived in early access today, but the devs, League of Geeks, have kindly given me early access to the early access. So I've had my hands on this for a couple of days, been playing around with it, and I've uncovered a couple of tips to give to you to help get your Odyssey off on the right foot. So our first tip today is going to be about composites. Composites are it's a material that in the late game you can manufacture yourself, but in the early game you're not going to have the facilities to make it yourself. You're going to have to find it and use it sparingly. And it is usually used for upgrades and other major improvements. You start the game on a standard Odyssey here with 8 composites. So what is the best use of our early game composite? Well, let me give you my suggestion for the 2 most important things you should build using your composite at the beginning of the game to make the rest of your journey a lot easier. First things first, we start up here on the bridge. We're going to click on Build Upgrade over here. We have a series of different upgrades, all of which cost a varying amount of composites and whatnot, but we want the Supply composite. Grants increased movement speed to suppliers across the ship. Requires a supplier. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Having your suppliers, the people that move the goods around your ship, go faster is huge and absolutely worth the cost of admission for 3 composites plus some metal and plastics. Get this built ASAP. Like, first thing you do. Like, this is literally the beginning of the game. As soon as we went off of red alert and put out all the fires, the first thing that we build here is this thing. Get it going as soon as you can. You will not regret it. Now, the second thing we want to build here is actually all the way down in our engine room. So the engine room starts the game with this Jumplight calibrator here. And that's all well and good. Once worked by a scientist, it'll start charging up your Jumplight meter, which will allow you to get the heck out of Dodge before the Zootopans get to you. However, you will often find that it is not enough, especially if the scientist is slow to get to their post. So what we want to do is build an upgrade. And the upgrade we want here is the Jumplight Auto Calibrator. Now this generates jump light, same as with your scientist, except this doesn't require a scientist. It does it by itself. Now, it does it by itself at 50% slower speed. However, the fact that this thing is working 24/7 and is not subject to any slowdowns when a shift change or when the scientist gets distracted by something, you'll find that this thing pulls its weight even with that 50% penalty. But now you might be saying, well, Pinstar, down at the cost, it says it needs 15 composites. We only have 5 left after that first initial upgrade. What do? Well, I'll tell you what do. We build it anyway. So it doesn't really matter the slot. Also, while you're at it, might as well clear the debris out over there. But confirm and hold. Your engineer's going to yell at you, and you're going to say proceed anyway. So our composites are going to be in the negatives, but that's okay. There's a reason for it. Where are we going to get our composites? Well, that, my friends, is found on the hangar. We go to our hangar here. We want to click on this middle button here. View local missions. Your starting system will always have this salvage opportunity. The salvage opportunity will always have 10 composites and 25 plastics. It will also always have a 60% chance of success. That's not very good, but we can increase that by careful crew selection. So randomly your crew can have these call signs, a couple of them. Some of these call signs will give you a success chance, like Ox or Lightfoot. Look out for those, and if you see them, put them on the ship. This is also great that we got our Ox call sign on a Marine, because Marines have a base success chance of 5% by themselves. So we're going to want 3 Marines here to maximize our chance of success. So we're going to choose this shuttle, we're going to hit launch, and away we go. Once your supply console is constructed, all of your green suppliers we'll move a lot faster when carrying goods through especially in corridors. Look at them book it through the corridors here. They do slow down once they enter rooms proper, but the speed boost they get in the corridors is huge in getting your stuff from A to B. The reason why you want to queue up your auto calibrator well before you actually have these composites is that it will bring your delivery people will bring the rest of the supplies to it. As we can see, this already has all the metal, all the plastic, and the 5 composites that we actually do have here. All it's waiting for is the remaining 10. If we had waited to start this before we got all our composites, it would take them significantly longer, and especially with this first jump, the sooner we get our jump light charged up, the better. Looks like our shuttle is here, and we got ourselves some plastics and composites. So just wait for them to unload. You may have some injuries from some of these, but as long as they don't die, you're good. And once your composites have been offloaded, they will make their way down here and the construction can begin. So our 5-minute warning has just begun, but I'm not too worried. Our engineer is working on our auto calibrator. Our scientist is working on our regular calibrator. You definitely want that one to keep operational. You need them both to get enough jump light to keep yourself safe. Now, depending on your mission layout RNG, the distance to your first planet can vary. In this case, we need to a 22. I've seen cases where you might need a 24, and you may get unlucky and need it on the farther side, which is a little bit dicey, but with this extra jump light generator built in place, you'll get there well before you need to worry about sending out strike craft to fight off boarding parties. So with this auto calibrator built, jump light is now being generated by these 2 sources, one that doesn't require a person. The other thing to note is your employees will go on change shifts at 1900 hours, which means your scientists by themselves will nope out of there at the end of their shift. Unless, of course, you flip your alert to yellow, which if you weren't building this, you may want to do that to make sure that the scientist sits there and continuously makes the jump light until you have enough to get out of dodge. Once the jump light reaches your arrow here, however high that may be, you can get out of here. And at the current rate of generation, I have no worry. We will be out of here well before the timer hits 0. And we're ready. We're done. That's it. 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock, which is an eternity. We can go to the bridge and get the heck out of Dodge. So, if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or different. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out.